What it do? What it do, man? Hey, appreciate y'all checking in. It's your boy Heavy on the boxing, and I'm back with a boxing recap from last night's fight with Lomachenko and Devin Haney. Y'all want to stay tuned, and I'm gonna break everything down, give y'all what I thought, and we're gonna open up that discussion. Yeah, so check it. Going into this fight, man, I was real happy, man. It's a fight I've been wanting to see for a few years now. You know what I'm saying? Ever since Devin Haney started making his run at the belts, I seen his talent. You know what I'm saying? A few years ago, man. When he was training with Floyd, and Floyd's dad at the Mayweather gym. He had a lot of talent. You know, he's a good boxer. I like boxers. You know what I'm saying? I like the guys with skills. You know, I also like the punchers too. But I really appreciate the sweet science, and Devin Haney. He displays the skills to pay the bills in boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? Defensively, offensively, his jab, his punches, he has a good ring IQ, man. I always mess with that about Haney, man. But he fought Lomachenko. Lomachenko is a beast, tough as nails, great boxing skills, great angles, great instincts in the ring, man. So before coming into this fight, I knew it was going to be tough, man. Lomachenko is a two-time gold medalist Olympian. So I knew that it was going to be a tough fight. It was going to be real tough, man. Lomachenko, he been in big situations. He done fought Rigondeaux. He fought Gary Russell Jr., Jorge Linares, you know what I'm saying, and a few other top guys in the boxing world, man. He's a veteran, man. He's been there before, man. He's not going to get flustered, and, he's going to do his thing. So going into the fight, I felt like it was a true 50-50 fight. This was definitely going to be Devin's toughest test. Devin had a tough test with Jorge Linares as well, but, he handled himself well. He kept his composure, and, it was evenly matched, So I was very excited to see this highly anticipated fight, and it definitely was worth watching. So when the fight first started, man, Haney came out aggressive, man. A lot of people give Haney a bad rap for sticking and moving and jabbing and, just trying to, outpoint his opponent to death. You feel what I'm saying? But he came out there pushing the pace, punching, moving forward, being aggressive, trying to use his size. A lot of good body work. You know what I'm saying? He was very patient, very disciplined in his game plan. He went to the body a lot. He took a couple shots, but I felt like, in the beginning and, towards the middle, especially the first few rounds, I felt like Haney was in control. Lomachenko, he had his moments. He had his spots where he was able to get off a few punches. But I felt like Haney was in control for the most part. During that especially the first half of the fight. I'm not saying he was beating Lomachenko ass or anything like that, but I just felt like he was more in control. You know what I'm saying? I noticed Lomachenko was starting to get, he was starting to feel those body punches. Haney landed a lot of good body work. Like, he wasn't even really going for the head like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was really, really investing in the body, and he stuck to that part of his game plan, and I felt like it was working for him. He was taking the air out of Lomachenko's tire, man. So yeah, I felt like the beginning towards the middle of the fight, there was definitely some close rounds. If you saw Lomachenko might be getting the best of him a few times, like, that's cool. I'm not gonna say that it was just hands down Haney was winning. It was very close. But I just felt like Haney was in control. Now, somewhere around the middle of the fight, about round 8, I think that Lomachenko started, feeling like he needed to, apply some more pressure. He needed to step on the gas a little bit. He started throwing more combinations. He started, really getting in there with his angles, switching positions, and just punching Haney from places that, Haney really didn't see punches coming from, and that's when the tide started changing around the 8th, 9th round. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko stepped on the gas. He started throwing a lot more combinations. He started taking advantage of opportunities that he had. I noticed that Haney was kind of like, he was kind of being a little too relaxed. You know what I'm saying? I think his plan was to kind of cruise and outpoint him, for the rest of the fight. But Lomachenko wasn't trying to let that happen. He jumped in, he was jumping in, throwing a few punches at a time. Every time Haney let him breathe or gave him an opportunity, he took advantage of that. Lomachenko really started to show his veteran skills. And I really believe that Haney started getting flustered. He didn't know what to do. It was a point in the fight where I don't think they had a response for what Lomachenko was doing. I don't think that they had anticipated Lomachenko coming on strong later in the fight. I felt like they was, again, trying to cruise to that victory in the end. Even when you go back to his corner, I forgot what round it was, but it was later, like 9, 10. His dad, Bill Haney, was telling him that, he was winning the fight. And that was after Lomachenko had snuck in a few rounds, you know what I'm saying? About 2-3 rounds. And I'm like, man, that's the wrong thing to tell Dev. You know what I'm saying? But maybe he was seeing that. Maybe he really felt like their game plan was working, and that the fight was further than what it really was. So Loma was turning it up. Haney was flustered. Loma saw opportunities, and he took advantage. He threw some great combinations, landed some. He hurt Devin a few times. You know what I'm saying? He hurt Devin a few times in those later rounds. And he closed the fight out strong. And personally, I was man, I'm a Haney fan, bro. Like, I'm not even going to sit here and act like I'm not a Haney fan, like I am. I like the young dude. I like his story. I like what he been through. I like his boxing skills. I'm a fan. But he did not close out that fight like he should have. And I'm not saying that he could have closed it out any better, because I think Lomachenko, he just took more advantage of that opportunity, and he didn't let Devin Haney breathe. He put it on him, he flustered him, he hurt him a few times. Haney looked confused, you know what I'm saying? And it was looking like he was just trying to survive to the end of the fight, which he did, which led into, it going to the scorecards. And that's the controversial part of this fight, was the actual scoring. The judges had it 116-112 unanimously for Devin Haney, and that was very, very weird to me, bro. Like, hey, okay, you could have argued and said it was a close fight, could have went either way, maybe a draw, but in no way, shape, or form it could no judges see that fight for Lomachenko, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, it'd have been cool if it was like, okay, one judge Haney, one judge Lomachenko, and then, it had a split decision. You know what I'm saying? But for all three judges to score it the same score for Devin Haney, like, that was wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, I personally had it a draw at best. And just the way I like to watch boxing, I appreciate fighters, and I understand boxing. Lomachenko, he's the one that turned it up. He's the one that made a difference in the end of the fight. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that went there and proved and, and gave his best performance to the end. He came through in the clutch. And I think that Lomachenko, he deserved to win that fight. I think Loma deserved to win that fight. And, a lot of people are screaming robbery, which I can feel, because they took a realistic close fight and made it like it was a landslide victory when it wasn't. So it made it look like a robbery. If it would have been a closer score, like a round or two with them picking Devin Haney to win, it would have been more respectable. You know what I'm saying? But to say that, that Haney won 8 rounds to 4 is a bit much, bro. I didn't see that. You know what I'm saying? So I was disappointed. You know what I'm saying? I would have liked to see it be what it was. I would have gave the nod to Lomachenko just from what he did, in the rounds that counted towards towards the middle end of the fight. But yeah, I mean, it showed a lot. It showed a lot about Haney, man. And I don't think it's so much Devin Haney that has the issue. I think it's his training, man. And I don't think that his dad, kept it 100 with him. And I've seen fights with Floyd being in Tank's corner. Like, Floyd has no problem telling Tank, like, yo, bro, you not winning, bro. You need to get him out of there. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him do it a few times. Like, bro, you're not gonna win right now. You need to go ahead and get him out. You behind on the scorecards. Like, I don't think that Bill Haney kept it 100 with him. Now, that can be argued because he told Haney, you winning the fight. So maybe he really felt like that he was winning. He told us something like, yo, you winning, bro. Like, you got it. You know what I'm saying? And, maybe that's how, maybe they executed their game plan, and that was their plan. But, the atrocity was the scorecards. Lomachenko, put up a hell of a fight. It should have been a closer fight, a closer scorecard. You could have said Haney won. It could have, I'm sorry. You could have said Lomachenko won. It could have been a draw, but a landslide victory for Haney, like, nah, man, and this is what you get. Haney takes a lot of criticism for standing around and boxing and moving, scoring points and getting victories like that. Like, they drag him in the mud when he fight like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that first Kambosos fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, he stuck, he moved, 1-2, move around, fought defense first. And they hate him for that. But he came in trying to fight Lomachenko, which I respect. I respect Haney for that. He came in there and he was willing to brawl with him. I just think he should have brawled all the way. You know what I'm saying? But you can't fault Haney for that. Do I think he's the best in the division? I did before the fight. But coming to fight Tank, he's not going to be able to fight like that with Tank. For him to beat Tank, he's going to have to stick and move and get out of there, because Lomachenko, he's not like a power puncher. So, the punches that he landed, they was clean, they was crisp. But they didn't really, like, hurt Devin Haney to the point, like, where, I seen him get knocked out. But Tank land a few of those, my man's going to be stretched. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to have to fight a completely different style with Tank. Shakur Stevenson, I would say that Devin Haney has fought better competition. He's had a, he's had fought better competition. So I would think that would be a good fight, bro. Like, I can't say who will win between Haney and Shakur Stevenson. They're both real technical. You know what I'm saying? They both have that boxer style. You know what I'm saying? And that will be a hell of a fight, like, just stylistically, man. I can't really say it, but, Haney has all the belts right now. To me, he's top dog. I feel like he's proven himself. He hasn't ducked nobody. He's been calling out Lomachenko since, for years. Lomachenko took that franchise belt. He avoided him. That's how Devin ended up with the WBC championship in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So I can't knock Devin because he's been taking the toughest fights. He's been calling out T.O., Ryan Garcia. None of them wanted to fight when they was in his division. You know what I'm saying? He called out Lomachenko. He called out Tank. He's really in there to fight the best, and I got to respect that. So, with that said, I think Haney is top dog. I think he top dog, and, the other fighters got to take the belts from him. If Lomachenko would have won, I can't say that I would have been like, yo, like, he really is the undisputed champion. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, if he would have beat him, like, yeah, he would have been the undisputed champion. But, I can't say that Lomachenko, I feel like you got to beat the champion decisively, bro. I don't feel like he beat him bad enough, like, to where it's a decisive victory. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm on another level than Devin Haney. Like, it was a competitive, very close fight. So, like I said, I think Tank is top. I think Devin Haney is top dog. I think Tank is right behind him. You know what I'm saying? I think Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson, You know what I'm saying? I think they should get it on. They on the same promotional team. They in the same weight class. You know what I'm saying? I think that'll be a good fight. You know, and but overall, you know, the scorecards were a little screwed up. But you know, hey, I'm not mad at Devin walking out of there with the belts. If Devin Haney wanted to, you know, clear his name, he wanted to, you know, not that he owes anybody anything. I mean, he didn't score the fight. You know what I'm saying? But if Devin Haney wanted to, you know, solidify his position and, you know, just show his dominance, you know, just show that, you know, it was more of a game plan thing than anything else, I think he should run it back with Lomachenko. But, you know, I don't think he's going to do that. You know, I think part of it is, you know, Lomachenko ducked him, you know, when he became his mandatory. He took the franchise belt, so he feels like he don't owe Lomachenko anything. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's just how the game goes, man. That's how the game goes. I think this fight is going to make Devin sharper. It's going to make him, you know, study his opponents more. I think he found out a lot about himself. And, you know, they're just going to have to, you know, tighten up a few things, man. But I think he has all the tools to be one of the best. And, you know, we're going to see how long he stays in the division. You know what I'm saying? He mentioned a lot about 140. Going up, making the weight was an issue for him, you know. But he said he is willing to stick around for big fights. So you know, we'll see what happens. But you know, all in all, it was a great fight. The judges kind of messed up the vibe with the scoring. You know what I'm saying? It kind of took away from what actually happened. And hey, Lomachenko got the short end of the stick, you know. And you know, I'm just looking forward to see what's gonna happen next. I really want to see Tank. I really want to see Devin Haney in an undisputed fight, a big fight, big Vegas fight, man. You know, I definitely pull up on that. That's what I want to see. You know, I wouldn't mind a Shakur Stevenson fight. I still would like to see Devin Haney and Tiafimo at 140. I know that wouldn't be next. If he did, he's not gonna go right to 140 and fight Tiafimo. But yeah, man. Great fight. Bad scorecards. Devin Haney walks out of there, you know, with his belts and still the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. And we're going to see what happens next. But with that said, man, y'all drop a comment. Let me know how you feel. Let me know if you think I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? Let me know your opinion. Drop a like, comment, subscribe to the channel, man. And until next time, man, we gone, man. It's your boy Heavy on the boxing, man. I'm out. Yeah.